Piece by piece, the old Vegas is gone. My old favorite place, the Tropicana, is gone. The Mirage is going to be gone, made into a Hard Rock hotel. Even the Jimmy Buffett restaurant bar is gone. But they're all being replaced. You know, the Resorts World further down the strip is more exclusive, expensive to be built. The Sahara is trying to make a bit of a comeback. But again, slowly, little bits and pieces of the old Vegas is gone. We still have flamingos, and we still have the lynx. The bear is still here. I'm staying at the Horseshoe, which is formerly Bolly's, and it's actually very nice in there. Hustlers are still in the street. Well, we'll people watch for a while while I'm down at the promenade around by the Lynx. Next time I come to Vegas, maybe stay at the Lynx. It's pretty central, just like the Horseshoe where I'm staying just down the street, which is another central location. Well, let me give you a quick update. Went down to California, visited some family, took the bus from Huntington Beach to Vegas. Very inexpensive, $40 one way US, 5.5 hours, and I'm in Vegas. Got off the bus, and about 5 minutes later, I was on a transit for $4 down downtown and right in front of the hotel. So it was pretty easy to get around. Now that I'm in Vegas, a little bit of a price shock. Now I had to negotiate the room. Of course, I got one of those total rewards cards to try to keep the cost down. Booked on site. It wasn't that much less than going on Expedia or Priceline, but what I found out was they give you the room for $20, and you think, oh, that's a hell of a deal, US. Next thing you know, when you finally get to the hotel to finally do the check-in, the fees jump up to $55 US. And as you know, to cover what? You don't use anything here, pools aren't open, and of course just the Wi-Fi. So no matter what I do to be able to kind of cut the cost down, I'm still looking at 100 Canadian a night, including taxes, at a strip hotel. That's pretty good during the week. Now I'm coming up to Super Bowl weekend, so I'm going to be leaving before that because it's going to be just a full, packed by the weekend. But right now, it's very comfortable, 73 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius. And the promenade is, I call it civilized. But let's go over some costs. So I go for a morning coffee. The coffee is $7 for a regular cup of coffee, which, you know, it's going to translate 35 to 40% difference into, I'll pay $10 for a regular cup of coffee. It was crazy. So I went down to check out the hot dogs and hamburgers down in the food court, and what did I find? They're selling a hot dog for $12 and fries, and the hot dogs I can get at Costco for $2. It was crazy. So a couple tips right now. Walk down to the nearest pharmacies that are on the street, and you pick up a bunch of water, and of course I got a 24 ounce of beer for $3.75. Great deal. Able to walk around the street. So all good. Now while the rest of the country is either extremely hot or extremely cold, this is moderate right now. So let's talk about some other areas. I went to Ellis Island this morning for breakfast. They used to have a great breakfast for $10.50 US. Suddenly jump up to your out, it's about 13, 14 for the same breakfast again, but still pretty inexpensive on the Strip. But again, no matter what you do, for a Canadian, it's going to be extremely pricey. You're going to have to do your homework before you get here and get the best hotel. So I look forward to comments on my posting about Vegas and other people's tips, how they're saving money, or I know they're going to say they're just not going to come at all, but you just can't stop traveling. You just have to make sure that you plan this well. Maybe the downtown hotels are a little less expensive, but if you plan well, you can get a good strip hotel for a reasonable price and just avoid a lot of the high price of foods that are around the place. And I'm gonna redirect you back to the Links Promenade. You get a lot of choice along here, and this will be busy all the way till late this evening when the lights are on. By that time, it's going to get a little colder. I'm going to catch a bit of the action on the street. Well, here I am back in the Las Vegas Strip again. Caesar's Palace across the street. Gordon Ramsay restaurant. And then down the promenade at Links. You know, talking about how expensive is it for Canadians to come down in January now, 2025 in Las Vegas. You may like sugar, but you're going to get a lot of hot spice in Vegas. So let me go over what the costs are like in Vegas right now for Canadians. I'll be going down the Links Promenade, and great place to spend a day walking in Vegas. Then I can go over what our costs are like